Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our viewers of DD News in DD News at Rio. In this show, we'll tell you all the important stories which happened on Monday. Kidambi Srikanth became the second Indian shuttler to reach the Olympics quarterfinals in the history. He beat his Danish rival who was better ranked than him, Jan O. Jorgensen.
Indian shuttler Kidambi Srikanth reached the quarterfinals of the men's singles badminton at the Rio Olympics 2016 after a thrilling win over Denmark's Jan Jorgensen.
21-19, 21-19 और अब हेड टू हेड मुकाबला 2 ऑल।
और जिस प्रकार से स्मैशेस और अटैक गेम के साथ उन्होंने जीत लिया है, श्रीकांत ने सही मायने में क्वार्टर फाइनल्स में पहुंचे हैं आज। और
In his round of 16 match, Srikanth began well in the first game and took an early lead, but Jorgensen came back immediately as both fought toe-to-toe for most parts of the game. However, Srikanth opened up a 2-point lead to earn 2 game points at 2018. He failed to convert the first of those points but did so in the second to win the first game 21-19. The second game was a seesaw affair with the Indian shuttler taking an early lead only to let Jorgensen a passage back into the match after dropping 5 consecutive points. However, with Srikanth trailing 17-18, Jorgensen showed a bit of nerves and lost 3 straight points to give his opponent 2 game points. In a similar result as the first game, Srikanth failed to convert his first point but won the next to wrap up the match at 21-19, 21-19. The match lasted 42 minutes. Srikanth will next face China's Lin Dan in the quarters on Wednesday. With Bureau Inputs, Tejinder Singh's report, DD News, Rio.
A good news came from women's badminton when PV Sindhu was able to make her way into the quarterfinals. She beat Chinese Taipei's Tai Zhizing.
Star shuttler PV Sindhu entered the quarterfinals of the women's singles event at the ongoing Rio Olympics by defeating Tai Zhizing of Chinese Taipei in straight games. Sindhu dominated right from the start to defeat her highly rated opponent 21-13, 21-15 within 40 minutes in the pre-quarterfinal clash.
Has beaten the number 8 seed Thais.
The opening game witnessed long rallies with Sindhu forcing the early advantage thanks to her powerful smashes and unforced error by Zhu Ying. The Chinese Taipei player gave Sindhu a tough fight in the early stages. Despite conceding the lead on several occasions, she drew level every time. Sindhu seemed to lose her rhythm a bit after the break as Zhu Ying reduced her lead to 12-10. But the Indians soon recovered to bolster her lead to 19-13 before a couple of unforced errors handed her the first game. Sindhu forced an early advantage in the second game as well, with Zhu Ying continuing to fight hard. The Chinese Taipei player conceded a couple of unforced errors and allowed Sindhu to take a 6-3 lead. Sindhu kept up the pressure after the break with 4 back-to-back points, increasing her lead to 15-7. With Sindhu serving for the match at 12-10, Zhu Ying managed to save 3 match points and pull back to 20-15. But Sindhu didn't have to wait long to celebrate as another enforced error handed her the game and the match. Sindhu is expected to face a much tougher challenge in the last 8 stage as she will now face world number 2 Wang Yang of China. Tejinder Singh's report, DD News, Rio.
Vikas Krishna bowed out of Rio Olympics in the quarterfinals. He lost to Uzbek boxer Bektemir. Bektemir won the match 3-0 on a unanimous decision. India's agonizing wait for a medal showed no signs of abating on the 10th day of Rio Olympics. Here's more on that.
India's barren run on the track continued with Lalita Babar clocking 9 minutes 22.74 seconds to finish 10th in the 3000 meters open steeplechase final at the Rio de Janeiro. The 27-year-old who scripted history by becoming only the second Indian athlete since PT Usha to qualify for the final of a track event at the Olympics couldn't quite reach her heat timing of 9 minutes 19.76 seconds. Bahrain's Ruth Jebet won gold with an incredible timing of 8 minutes 59.77 seconds, falling just short of the 8 minute 58.81 seconds world record. Meanwhile, triple jumper Ranjit Maheshwari flop show in big stages continued as he failed to make it to the final round after finishing 30th overall out of 48 competitors in the qualification with a pedestrian best effort of 16.13 meters. The 30-year-old Kerala athlete had made the Rio Olympic cut on the last day of qualification period of 11th July at the hurriedly arranged Indian Grand Prix with a jump of 17.30 meters. In women's 200 meter also, Shrabani Nanda finished 6th out of the 8 competitors in heat number 5 with a timing of 23.58 seconds. She has a personal best of 23.07 seconds. The Odia girl finished 55th overall out of the 72 competitors. With a best of 57.58, Seema Punia is unable to make it past the qualifying stage of the women's discus throw event. India's wrestling got off to a poor start as Ravindra Khatri was defeated in his men's Greco-Roman 85 kg match against Hungary's Victor. Khatri lost 0-9. Tejinder Singh's report, DD News, Rio.
After a bleak and somewhat disappointing performance by most of the Indians in Rio Olympics, onus is now on the wrestlers to get a medal for India.
A turbulent run-up to the Rio Games behind him, Narsingh Yadav will be eyeing a fairy tale climax, while old warhorse Yogeshwar Dutt would look to bid adieu with a second straight medal. Having finished with 2 medals in wrestling at the London Games 4 years ago, the expectations are high from the Indian wrestling squad at Rio. However, the build-up to the Rio Games has not been very smooth for the Indian wrestling contingent, with Narsingh fighting to clear his name in a doping scandal till the last minute. While the entire team's preparations were affected due to a doping conspiracy surrounding Narsingh, the man at the center of the controversy himself had put up a brave front all through and fought out against all odds to emerge triumphant. And the ordeal Nada gave a verdict in Narsingh's favor, exonerating him of all charges after being convinced by the sabotage theory advanced by the wrestlers' legal team just 4 days ahead of the game's opening ceremony. It is now time that Narsingh bury the course of the past and concentrate on job at hand. And the wrestler is more than keen to do exactly that when he takes the mat on August 19th. In fact, there is extra pressure on Narsingh to prove his worth as he denied the only double Indian Olympic medalist a chance to bid for a 3rd Olympic medal. Meanwhile, the biggest draw in the Indian squad is the London Olympic bronze medalist Yogeshwar Dutt, playing in his 4th and in all probability last Olympic Games. All eyes and hopes would be pinned on the 33-year-old to end with a medal on the final day of the competition, as his event, men's 65 kg freestyle, is slated for August 21st. Yogeshwar will have his task cut out when he faces the world champion Frank Chamizo of Italy and also Russia's Soslan Ramonov. Besides Narsingh and Yogeshwar, Sandeep Tomar also has a chance of bagging a medal, as the Asia champion has not returned from an international tournament without a medal in the recent past. Indian wrestling may see a surprise package in Hardeep Singh, who will fight in the Greco-Roman 98 kg category. He had booked the quota with a silver medal at the Asian Olympic qualification, becoming the first in Greco-Roman since 2004 Athens Olympics. The women's field also looks promising for India, and the 2 Fogart cousins, Vinesh and Babita Kumari, will compete along with Sakshi Malik. However, Vinesh is the best bet for India in the women's section. 21-year-old girl from Haryana with an aggressive attitude has proved her worth by winning medals at the Asian Games, the Commonwealth Games and the Asian Championships. With inputs from Tejinder Singh in Rio, Bureau Report, DD News.
She's only 18 and she's an Olympian. What a dream story of Aditi Ashok, who will be competing in women's golf, which will be starting from Wednesday.
Golfer Aditi Ashok has already made her mark on Indian sport in short time, and she is India's sole woman golfer at the Rio 2016 Olympics. Aditi qualified on the basis of the Olympic criteria of players being eligible based on the world rankings. Aditi's biggest strength is her extensive experience of playing on tour, as she first represented India at the age of 12 and has previously played in Asian Youth Games, Youth Olympic Games and Asian Games. Past record: youngest to win the tour school at 17, first Indian to compete at the Simi Darby LPGA Malaysia in 2015, youngest and the first Indian to win Let's Lala Aisha Tour School 2016, only Indian golfer to have played the Asian Youth Games, Youth Olympic Games and Asian Games, first Asian to win the 2015 St. Louis Trophy and Lawson Trophy, first Indian to win the 81st Singa Thailand Amateur 2015. Aditi does not have a very strong chance for a medal, as she will be up against much senior players. However, she does have the potential to spring a surprise at the Olympics. At Rio, she will face some of the most illustrious members of the tour, but she will be confident on her Olympics debut, as she has already notched up an impressive list of credentials. Tejinder Singh's report, Rio de Janeiro.
Disappointed